Try again. Okay. Good. Got most of the board anyway. All right, hello Dylan, hopefully we'll see you, I think it's next Tuesday, you're allowed to come back. Okay, so, woo-hoo. All right, as I said, we're skipping ahead, so you all will be able to do the easy stuff tomorrow, okay, on your own, 12.1 through 12.4. So page 278, commas. Comma is the most important, it says probably, I would say yes. The most important mark of punctuation that is used internally in your sentence, not including end marks. The most important. It is the most often used mark inside a sentence. It is also the most misused mark inside of a sentence as far as used when it's not needed, okay? If we have a series of equal elements, you guys know this, again, some of this I'm just not gonna write up there. You have items 3 or more in a series, okay? You're gonna put a comma after every one. Now I will write this. A lot of people are leaving that one out. Okay, this one is called terminal or Oxford, are the two terms that particular comma has a name. Terminal or Oxford comma, terminal meaning ending. Magazines, newspapers, over the last several years have gone to deleting that. They say it saves them space. It does save space. Even in a magazine, I would question how much space a few commas help save. To me, it's you're being lazy. Here's the bottom line. It is never ever wrong to put that last comma before the and with the series, so just put it. It's a comma, it's not a big deal. All right, and it tells you the items joined might be single words or groups of words. British Columbia, comma, Alberta, comma, and Ontario. Or you've got, what am I trying to say, multiple verbs, complete verbs here. Can see the towering lighthouses, comma, visit the fishing villages, comma, and learn about celebrating Celtic culture, okay? And it tells you up top what I just said about the Oxford comma. It is never wrong to put it there, so just keep putting it there. You won't have to worry about whether somebody goes, oh, where's that comma? Okay, like I probably would. With coordinate adjectives in a series, okay? We have two types of adjectives when it comes to describing a noun. And particularly if it comes before a noun, okay, so I might say the gorgeous, extravagant, and I almost messed up there, flowing, yes, I'm using a lot for a reason, dress. And by the way, I would not use more than 4, and 4 is pushing it. Adjectives in a row, even if you're trying to impress somebody and use a lot of descriptive words, okay? 4 is pushing it, okay? But I used 4 to show you something here, okay? D is going to often introduce at least one more adjective after it, okay, before noun. And you know that, okay? Sometimes your adjectives need to be in a certain order. These two need to be in the order they're in. This is a participle. Participle should go closer to your noun than just a descriptive adjective, okay? That's the way the English language works, okay? There would never be a comma here because they need to be, they're what we call cumulative, which means they accumulate on each other and they need to be that way. Don't put a comma there. But I almost did this. I put one and then I went no, because these two are what we call, so these two are coordinate adjectives, which means you could flip them. Doesn't matter what order they're in. Okay? How do you know if you could flip them? Well, one thing you can do is try to flip them in your head and to see if you need your comma or not, is what I meant to say. Flip them in your head. The extravagant, gorgeous, flowing dress, or the gorgeous, extravagant, flowing dress. Doesn't matter, right? Either way's good. You can also, if you're still not sure or you prefer this method, try inserting the word and in between your adjectives. If this works, or flipping them works, then you're gonna need a comma. Okay? If neither of those work, okay, because you would not say the gorgeous flowing extravagant dress.
So if you can flip them, you put a comma.
If you can, you do, because it doesn't matter what order they're in. Whereas here, you don't flip them, you can't. They have to be in this order, they're cumulative, and they receive no comma. Okay? Let's see here.
Wait, so then would there be a comma there?
Yes, I put one there and I should.
Oh, okay.
Yes, thank you for correcting me, yes. There should be, I did it right, and then I was like, no, yes, absolutely. Yeah, because, right, yeah, but not there. It's just not right. You may think, a few of you may say, oh, this sounds okay. Not really. All right, in a series of independent clauses, okay, Miss Shoemake really doesn't like this. I'm gonna put it out there. I want you to look at this with me, and we're gonna talk about it after we read it. I really don't like this, and I'll explain to you why in a minute. A comma is used to separate the first independent clause from the conjunction in a compound sentence. This part's fine. It's what goes down below it that I really, okay? Do not use a comma before a conjunction that joins the parts of a compound predicate. So this part is fine. This part is absolutely right. Okay, so we went to the store and we bought, and there will be a whole lot of this today that's going on now and probably will until late tonight if the stores, as long as the stores are open. Okay, because it's a snowstorm and people go crazy because, yes, you're going to be stuck in your house for 2 or 3 days if you're being careful. You're not going to be stuck in your house for a week. You don't, yeah, anyway. I'm not saying don't go buy stuff. I just told you go buy stuff. But people act crazy. I've seen them do it over an inch of snow. It drives me nuts. Somebody's like, yeah.
My grandma, she has all the toilet paper. Everywhere she goes, she buys toilet paper.
So she's the one with the
I'm not-
toilet paper.
Yeah.
She's not the only one.
No, you
but
should
yeah.
see her garage. It's like stacked up. So we're
Why
like, how
toilet
much toilet
paper?
paper from you? You're
I-
at the store now.
I heard a commentary on that and an explanation, and it sort of made sense.
Why toilet paper?
I agree, but,
Why not
okay.
hand sanitizer?
Okay, so we have a complete idea here, we have a complete idea here. Either of these could stand alone. So before the and, but, or, nor, for, yet, or so, whichever one we need here, we put a comma. In fact, if you don't put this comma, you have a run-on sentence. See, it's just a comma. Run-on sentences are bad, okay? So, however, what if I got rid of this word? Do I need that comma still?
No.
And this is, and I think we'll talk about this next week sometime, I'm pretty sure we will. This is the most commonly placed extra comma that's not needed, okay? People, good English teachers have drilled it in students' heads that you must have this or you have a run-on. But not if you just have 2 verbs or 2 complete predicates even, okay? It's not a complete idea after the and. You don't need that comma for 2.
Yeah, because then it wouldn't be 2 separate.
Right, exactly,
It's not independent.
but it's not 2 separate sentences, but people still do that. I think the idea is people are, which I would agree with, people think, well, it's better to have it and not need it than not make a run-on and it's, you know. And I hear that, but yeah, ideally we just do it right, we don't worry about it. All right, now, the next rule, help me, okay? In fact, we'll talk about this. When 2 independent clauses are very short, the comma may be omitted before the conjunction. Help me, help me, help me. The wind is strong and the waves are dangerous. Okay, here's my issue with this. What does very short mean?
Word?
5 words?
Sure.
We don't know. Okay, what you think is a very short sentence is not necessarily a very short sentence to me. There's no guideline here. Okay, that's my biggest issue with it. My other issue is why would you not? It helps signal that another sentence is coming in the reader's mind. There's no reason not to. Okay, so Mrs. Shoemake says, put the flipping comma there and keep going. Why are we overthinking this? It's a sentence, whether it's 3 words or 7 words, it's still another sentence. The other rule here, this one I see more, but it's still a little meh to me. If a compound sentence contains 3 or more independent clauses, 3 or more, which would be a long compound sentence, and I would think, is it a good sentence or not? Or should you break it up? A comma is used after all except for the last. Look at what they have here. The air is warm, comma, the sky is clear, comma, and the water is calm. What would I do if I were writing the sentence? I would say the air is warm, semicolon, the sky is clear, semicolon, and the water is calm. Now, you say, but Ms. Shoemate, you've got an and. I get it, but you're not going to put a comma for the second sentence when you just used a semicolon for the first one. And there are reasons for other reasons for separating complete sentences, even with an and, which we'll talk about later, with semicolons. So just put semicolons, okay? This one, if you do it their way, I'm not going to count it wrong, okay? I prefer semicolons here. I'm not going to count this wrong. I will count it wrong if you give me 2 short sentences and don't put that comma, whether they say it's right or not.
Mine was like that.
Okay, it's not wrong to do it. What's the matter? Nothing? Okay. All right, I wanted to get to the next section today. Let's move and see if I can. The next section's not long, but, okay. 3 corrects on 12.5. 3 corrects,
Oh, yeah.
okay? In fact, I want you guys to do all of 12.5 by yourself, and if we do well, we won't do 12.6 and I can move on. If not, no harm, no foul, we'll do 12.6 and we'll wait to go on to the next section, okay? So just do all of 12.5 only for right now, for sake of time.